Yeah, it sounds like the Crips have been crimped. The FBI announcing that they made a sweeping bust of the Rollin 60s Crips gang, but are still looking for its longtime leader. Now, here's some Air 7 video from earlier this morning showing some of the alleged gang members being processed in tents at the FBI's Los Angeles office. Search warrants executed at 6 different locations today. Hundreds of agents and officers arresting 10 people. In all, 19 have been indicted. 4 were already in custody, so at least 5 more arrests are expected. But the search is on for the man they say has been heading up the local Crips gang for decades, Eugene Henley Jr. Investigators say he's been painting himself as an entertainment executive who's been giving back to the community with various charities. But they say in reality, he's a violent criminal, the leader of the Crips with a long list of crimes on his resume.
I'm pretty sure, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just like me, y'all keep y'all ear to the street. I'm pretty sure y'all know they grabbed all of the top leaders of who they are alleged are the top leaders of the Rollin 60s Crips in LA, including Bricc Baby, the No Jumper host, as well as Luce, former friend of Wack 100, who we're gonna get into, you know, a little bit later in this video. This was a surprise to most people. If you was locked into the streets, this was a surprise. This wasn't a surprise to everybody, but if you was locked into the streets, this was a surprise to most people. Federal agents are reporting that they, I guess, arrested most of the members, including Luce and Bricc Baby, without much fanfare. And then the feds this morning kicked in Eugene Henley, aka Big U's door, and, you know, I guess served a search warrant and all of that. The feds allege that Eugene Henley, as well as other alleged members of, you know, the Crips Rollin 60s organization, took part in racketeering, as well as other, you know, continual criminal enterprises. They like using that term when they, you know, round up big gangs, because they can't quite say what everybody did. But if you were in the gang and this is what the gang does, then we assume every day you wake up on gang business. And that's what the continual criminal enterprise, RICO, racketeering, that's what that charge is really all about. The feds also alleged that Eugene Henley murdered an up-and-coming rapper that was signed to him and dumped his body in Vegas. It's a lot of stories that's going out. Like I said, I spoke with a few of my people over there, and at first I really wasn't gonna make a video. I wasn't just gonna come out and say, oh man, hey, Big U got arrested. There's a million videos like that. They already out. You know, the story just came out 2 hours ago. It's already probably 100 videos on YouTube saying, oh man, Big U got arrested. Shout out to my homie Active Chucks, man. We had shared his live earlier. He was on live talking some real shit about the situation and just how the federal government, they seem to target the same kind of black man, and is usually the one who about black upliftment. Whether he doing right or wrong, it seems that the black men that achieve a name and are about black upliftment, they seem to always get the short end of the stick when it comes to the federal government or the algorithm, or, you know, a lot of different things in the world. So shout out to Active Chess, because he was talking about that more than anything. You know, a lot of people don't really want to talk about the case because, I mean, it just came out. I'm sure there's some people running to go grab that paperwork. When they find it, I'm sure somebody will send it to me and we'll report on it. I'm not going to necessarily go and run and go look for it. When I instantly heard about the arrest and everything, the first thing that came to my mind was like, I wonder if this is what Luce was mad with Wack about. And, you know, they've been former best friends. And just about a week ago, if you don't know, Luce gets into this big argument with Wack 100 and they mad at each other. And then Luce goes on No Jumper and he sits down with Bricc Baby, something that a lot of people thought they wouldn't see. But, you know, they sat down, they passed it out, and they was able to talk it out as men. But there was something that happened and we never figured it out. Luce noticed something about Wack, figured out something about Wack, and he decided, man, fuck that nigga Wack. And less than a week later, you know, Luce is one of the men arrested for this RICO indictment by the feds on the Rollin 60s Crips. So the reason I made this video was because people send me stuff all the time. And while I was debating, should I talk about this? And man, Luce did so I could make it about, you know, Wack and Luce a friend of mine sent me an audio recording There's a video, audio recording where Wack 100 is speaking with the woman on the phone, and allegedly, the woman, I don't know if she got some sort of connection to law enforcement, but Wack is heard on the phone getting advance notice that there would be this big arrest in around late March, early April on the dude Big U.
They still ain't arrested me.
Well, they told me between me and you, please, like one, between me and you, don't tell nobody because they don't want nobody to know. They're going to be making an arrest the ending of March, the beginning of April.
The investigation is already done. Like, whatever they doing, they already doing. Done. Now, the fact they told the street. Unfortunately, I felt withholding this is cooperating with the police. I'd have played this after he was arrested. Gonna be like, oh, Wack, you knew they was coming. You didn't say nothing. It would have been right. All the way right.
Wack 100 has for months, almost years now, been making it his goal, I guess, to get Big U arrested. He's been saying the RICO's coming. And we've been telling you guys that Wack 100 is connected to the police somehow. We don't know how, but there's a reason for you to be able to be that old and claim these gang affiliations and commit crimes, and you never go to jail. And for some reason, you always know when everybody else is going to jail. And so that's the only reason we decided to make this video, man. Hopefully everything works itself out. Man, hey, free all the real. You know what I'm saying? If somebody did something to some women or children, then we'll deal with it on that end. But on any other end, we ain't really trying to hear nobody being happy about somebody going to jail. And also, man, like I said, man, this dude Wack 100, he's clearly connected to the police. He clearly has inside information about federal cases. And we told you about this dating all the way back to the mainstream Mafia Crip case. If you don't know about that, check out our video on our channel. It did pretty well when we put it out. Hey, it's your boy MXO Guapo, man. This is a breaking story. We're gonna keep giving y'all info. Like we said, we did not just want to come out and be like, oh man, let's make a video, Big U got arrested. But when we got this audio recording that Wack 100 had advance notice, at least back in January or February, he had notice, and he continues to have this type of advance notice. And the only way that a guy like Wack 100 can have this advance notice is just like we telling y'all, man, the new COINTELPRO. These are the guys that work with the federal government. These are the guys that insert themselves in the street business, and then they report back to their bosses, and then here come RICOs, man. We just want to put that out there, man. Hey, it's your boy MXO Guapo, man. Street Certified News, man. The most reputable source for urban media. We only stand with the real. And if you're not standing with the real, man, we can't stand with you, man. You feel me? We love you. We out.